For months, the skies above Kyiv had settled into a grim but familiar rhythm. Western air defense systems formed an invisible canopy, intercepting incoming threats and creating a bubble of security over the capital. That bubble shattered overnight. A barrage of 600 drones and 90 missiles flooded the airspace, forcing interceptors to engage a massive volume of targets simultaneously. Moscow claimed this escalation was a direct response to Ukrainian strikes hitting civilian infrastructure inside Russian territory, a shift in the war's unwritten rules of engagement. But the focus of the night was a single, terrifying first. Russia launched the Oreshnik, a nuclear-capable hypersonic ballistic missile, marking its first-ever use in active combat. The strike immediately put European leaders in a state of high alert. Defense ministries across the continent are now confronting a weapon they hadn't expected to see on the battlefield, and one they currently lack the means to stop. The protective shield over Kyiv, built on years of Western military aid, failed to stop a single high-speed projectile that night. This physical failure suggests that the assumptions underpinning European security are now under direct threat. The danger of the Oreshnik starts with raw speed. It travels at Mach 10 times the speed of sound. It combines that velocity with an operational range of 5,500 kilometers. This map shows the current threat radius. From Russian launch sites, the Oreshnik can reach any city in Europe and extend its reach to the west coast of the United States. The payload is also interchangeable. Commanders can load the missile with conventional high explosives for immediate tactical use, or switch to nuclear warheads to shift their strategic posture in an instant. By combining Mach 10 speed with that massive range, the time available to detect, track, and intercept the missile shrinks to almost nothing. But speed alone isn't what makes the missile unblockable. That capability comes from MARV, or Maneuverable Reentry Vehicle technology. This diagram explains the difference. On the left is a standard ballistic missile. Like a ball being thrown, it follows a predictable, parabolic arc through the atmosphere towards its target. On the right is a MARV-equipped warhead. As it re-enters the atmosphere, it manually changes direction. It can zigzag, pull up, or bank sharply, moving away from its original flight path. Air defense systems work by calculating exactly where a missile will be in the future. By shifting its trajectory at the last second, the Oreshnik warhead avoids the interceptor's path entirely, striking the target even if the defense system works perfectly. This creates a critical vulnerability for systems like the Patriot, which have been the primary defense for Ukrainian infrastructure, but are not designed to track such erratic, high-speed targets. MARV technology transforms the Oreshnik from a simple delivery system into a checkmate. It ensures that once launched, the weapon is effectively unblockable by the current Western shield. The Oreshnik has been in development for years, but the decision to reveal it now is a matter of strategic timing. Currently, the United States is distracted by escalating wars in the Middle East and the logistical struggle to keep maritime routes like the Strait of Hormuz open. With Washington's attention divided, military support for Ukraine has faced delays and shortages, leaving the country exposed at a moment when Russia is increasing its aggression. While the physical impact occurred in Kyiv, the strategic target was NATO command. The launch functioned as a physical ultimatum, proving that Russia can now strike the heart of Europe regardless of Western defense spending. This forces a harsh reality on European nations. Relying on an overextended American military for absolute security is a gamble they can no longer count on winning. The launch signals that the technical immunity Europe once enjoyed is over. If European leaders do not pivot to a more pragmatic security policy that accounts for these new capabilities, they risk losing their strategic relevance as the future of the continent is decided.